Morning, boys. Morning. Out of space. Morning, boys. Let me send the announcement in real quick. Let me send the announcement in real quick, boys. Let me know what pairs we're looking at. Let me know what we're trading today. Let me know what pairs we are looking to trade today, boys. Oh, what we saying, chat? We saying? Why does it seem mad like? What we saying, boys? What we saying? Morning, chat. Morning, boys. Morning, Jed, Shuaib, Casual, Fuchs, Troy, Augusta. What you saying, boys? Everyone drop a like on the stream, man. Let me know what pairs we're looking to trade today. Let me know what trades we're in. If we're getting in any trades, let me know, boys. Let me know what you guys are looking for. I'm looking at EU mainly today. But yeah, chat, let me know what you're looking at on EU. If you're looking at buys, sells, ALG, DTO, what strategy you're trading EU shorts. Fair play, bro. What we saying though, boys? Morning, Troy, Daniel, Ian, Tobido, Casual, Jeff, Lawrence. What you saying? EU shorts, EU longs, EU buy or sell. Yeah, a lot of people are in EU right now. Well, not in EU, but a lot of people are looking to get into EU. So we'll get into all of that, boys. Just let everyone join up the stream. Everyone drop a like on the stream. ALG, fair play. I'm in. Oh, nice. I'm assuming you got in after that Fair Value gap that we've just had printed. So fair play, bro. Oh. Morning, boys. Morning, Sam. Morning, Augusta. Nicola. Morning. Casual. Morning, brother. Order block longs. EU is too low for me to sell and too bearish for me to buy. Fair play. Longs on EU. Fair play. I wait for the FVG and 1 minute change carrots off. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Yeah, I am just waiting at the moment, boys. I'm not looking to enter anything just yet. I'm waiting for confirmation. Shout out water. Okay. Morning. Morning, One Ball. Morning, Suresh. Morning, Daniel, Nicola. Let me know who else is in here, boys. Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. Morning, Jonah. Morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream, people. Everyone, welcome to the stream. What confirmation are you looking for? I'll show you what I'm looking for, boys. So, essentially, what we normally see today, I'm expecting today to be a bullish day in general. Because after these big down trends, after these big sell-offs, we typically have a Monday that buys up and kind of fills anything that we had left over from last week. So, something within this leg here, essentially. So, we are expecting that to happen for us to trade higher. However, obviously, we know overall, in terms of our higher time frame and in terms of our actual bias, our bias is shorts, right? We do ideally want to sell down to this low. So we do want to sell, but it's just if today is actually the right day to do that. So therefore, I'd more be looking at buys. However, if we invert this fair value gap here on the 15-minute time frame, if we close below this, then I will be looking to get into sells down. So yeah, if we can invert this, chat, then I will definitely be looking to get in a short, something like this. Pretty big stop loss, and then yeah, just aiming for the next real POI, which is probably this order block here. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at in terms of sells, boys, if we do get the inversion. That's what I'm going to be waiting for. If not, then we're most likely just going to see continuation longs. Yeah, today is more than likely going to be a bullish day, so that's what I'd most expect to happen. What are you saying, RV? Might be cooked? Yeah, it might be, bro, but I mean, we'll wait and see anyway. Need a high of the week, then low of the month. Draw of liquidity. Fair play, bro. Waiting for a deeper retrace for long, but not really wanting for anything. We might just consolidate between the two. Yeah, I'm from Nepal. Big up Nepal. Thinking we can take out March lows, but need a retrace. Yeah, that's definitely our target, boys. Our higher time frame target. What's this tune? Yeah, higher time frame target is defo that March low. I completely agree. This is what we're seeing on the higher time frame. You can see we are clearly bearish. We're looking to sell off down to this low. However, down to the low. So that is what we most likely see this week. So yeah, today you do want to be pretty careful. Just make sure you're not taking any stupid losses. And then, yeah, the rest of the week should be clean. But let's just let this play out real quick. Let's let this play out real quick. What, 2 secs, chap? 2 secs. Back testing, would you recommend using TradeZeller or FX Replay? I'd recommend FX Replay, bro. FX Replay for me is the best one. 650 area should be a limit to move to the upside. Check gold. Wouldn't you consider ALG on EU now? Yeah, so the thing is, the way we trade is really importantly, we go daily bias first. And then we look for our actual strategy. And what that means is essentially, chat, because I'll be honest with you, right, and this is something that no one's actually going to tell you. No one who develops any type of trading strategy will tell you this. But this is the actual fact of this market that we're seeing now. It's the fact of this market, right? I'll show you exactly where the problem lies if you're not following the proper way of trading. Now, the problem lies is it is impossible to tell if we're going to see price go like this, pull back to our fair value gap, and then move higher. Or if we're going to get price invert the fair value gap, retest it, and then sell off to the Asia low. There's no way of knowing which of these two we actually do. You'll never be able to tell. On the lower time frame, you'll never be able to tell if it's going to move down like this and go higher for an entry, or if it will reject like this for a sell. You're never going to be able to tell that, right? So that's where we sort of come in, is where we mark out our significant levels on this. So our Asia high, our Asia low, and our daily true open. We have a higher time frame bias, and then that just dictates what we do. So for example, right, if a higher time frame bias is bullish, we know exactly what to do. We wait for price to tap back into our DTO. We have a buy limit there, and we buy. Simple as that, right? versus if we had a bearish high time frame bias, we'd wait for our Asia high to get swept, invert a fair value gap, and then we'd enter once it retests it like this. Right, so and that all depends on a higher time frame bias. It's just a strategy that's actually getting us into the trade. That's why a lot of people tend to take quite a bit of losses, because they're not really actually their strategy's not helping them out. They're just sort of trying to depict what's going on. Like, as I said, there's no way of you knowing as a trader right now looking at this. Nothing in this will indicate whether we're going to move like this or whether we're going to move like this. And this is from someone that has traded this exact way of trading for years and years and years, right? So I know what's going on here more than most, and even I'm telling you, you will not be able to tell if we're going to tap into this and go higher or if we're going to invert this and go lower. The only indication is the higher time frame. You trust your higher time frame, and then you just trade your lower time frame in line with that. As I said, if you're bullish higher time frame, you'd be looking, I'd place a buy limit here, stop loss here, TP here. That would be my buy. Right, if I was bearish, then I'd wait until this happens. We get price close below, and then I'd have my sell limit here, my stop loss here, and my TP down here. Right, so that's the two different things that I would look at depending on what's going on in the market. But it depends on the higher time frame, because you're never going to know within this what's actually going on. As I said, my higher time frame bias for today is ideally a bullish day. As much as we are bearish overall, I do think we're going to see a bit of manipulation where we trade a little bit higher in order to fill some of this. Also, you've got to remember what's going on, boys. You've got to, again, get into the psychology. And this is why, this goes back to why it's so important you tune into these lives day in, day out, even if you're not trading. And the reason being for that is because we had a week like this before, right? I'll try and refer back to the week, right? So I can show you the exact week where we saw this, right? Show you the exact week where this is directly replicatable, right? So this is exactly what we're seeing now. We saw this exact thing here last week, right? Not last week, sorry, about a few months ago. And what that was, if I just go back a little bit, is essentially we had this really, really strong sell-off over the last week. So we had this sell-off here where we sold off 200 pips, right? And then you can see the market closed here on Sunday. And then it opens up here on Monday, right? Now, the significance of this is that everyone is looking at this market now on Monday when it opens, thinking, oh, I missed that, I missed all those, I missed this sell, I missed this sell, I missed this sell, I missed this sell. Now, Monday's opening, I've been able to look through the trades that I missed. I missed out all these sells. And now I'm definitely going to be looking for sells today. So I'm going to be looking for sells. And then what happens? Price trades higher. Next day, all right, I missed those sells, but I'm going to get them today. What happens? Price goes higher. So what we get after we have these big sells and then a really bearish close is a lot of FOMO when the market opens, and a lot of people looking to continue that move with everything their heart desires because they missed it last week. As we know, being late means you're going to come last, right? Which means you're going to lose money. You don't want to be late. You want to try and get in the psychology of traders. What are people going to be thinking right now? And as I said, what people are going to be thinking is they're going to have seen this big sell-off. You're going to see sells here, miss those sells here, miss those sells, miss those sells, miss those sells. So when the market now opens on Monday, they're looking at it thinking, oh, all right, I've missed all these sells, but this one, today I'm going to make sure I catch these. I'm going to be on the ball, make sure I get my limit down. What does price do? You set your sell limit, price comes higher. And then, again, similarly to later on in the week, then you get your sell-off later on after price is pushed up a bit. Right, so after price is pushed on, then we'll probably get our big sell. But that's just something we see quite a lot. So this is why I keep saying, chat, it's important you tune into these lives every single time I'm live. Because I'm dropping gems like this, and it might be something I've said like a month ago or 2 months ago. In fact, when even was this? March, mid-March. But I guarantee you there's people in the chat that remember that day. Chat, if you're someone who watches me every day, put a 1 in the chat right now if you remember that. Remember us going through that day and that week. Because we absolutely cooked that week, boys. I don't know if you remember. But we cooked that week. And that was something we used a lot, was that bias. In the fact all these people are going to be itching for sells because they missed all of these sells, They're going to be itching for it. So therefore, we're more going to be looking at buyers to actually take these people out. There's going to be stops planted all the way here as people are trying to get into sell. So we know there's a lot for us to sort of move up and take. Yeah, so obviously, and that goes back to why we have a higher time frame bias. So mine, as I said, was bullish. So therefore, I'm not looking at sells like this. I'm looking at buyers off of this. So I'm looking at buyers here and price trading higher. So when we go into live market, I'm looking at something like this. Price coming back down to my fair value gap. Buying off of it like that. And this is what I'll be looking at. Bare ones in the chat right now. I'm in, but it could be getting cooked probably. Simon with a 1, Unknown with a 1. Big up. Jonah, I'm a Goldfinger, Mr. Goldfinger. Mano to here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's so true. We must sell. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, boys. This is what I'm saying. A lot of you, if you've been fucking locking in with these streams, you'll realise it, chat. Remember, I'm the only one on the whole of YouTube, the whole of TikTok that actually trades live for a living. And I don't just try and fucking get into gold scalps and bullshit you. Like, what you're seeing here, I go live chat my entire trading day, pretty much. So you guys fully getting into my mind as a profitable trader, someone who's looked into this market bears. You get what I'm thinking, like, as the market's going on. Last week, I was thinking that exact thing. And sometimes it's something you can't really analyse. It's something you've just got to have the intuition to say and just experience that market before. Again, why do you think I knew on this day in the middle of March, after this big sell-off, to look for buyers here, right? Because I knew people was going to be itching for these sells and going to get manipulated. Well, the reason I knew to look for buyers here rather than sells is because at one point I was the guy trying to sell here and I got cooked and I learned from it. Just so happens I'm probably about 3 to 4 years ahead of you boys in terms of your progress, while I got into trading quite young and at quite an early age. I've just seen these markets before, so it's nothing like, there's not like a golden thing behind it. It's just my experience that I'm sharing. And certain days like this, yeah, I've seen it before. And hopefully the more you watch my streams, the more you'll start to pick up on the shit that I've seen. But yeah, you can see right now we are kind of bulleting. We are in an absolute banger of a signal trade as well in our signal group. 11 to 1. So yeah, this is absolutely cooking right now. So I will bear that one in mind, but I will be looking for re-entries on this chat. But this is absolutely flying right now. Absolutely flying. So that's really nice to see, boys. Really nice to see. Got stopped. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky. Hopefully, Unknown, you can take a little bit from what I've said today, and realise where you went wrong. Remember, chat, if you went wrong, and I'll tell you one thing now, Unknown. You went wrong, but you traded either the ALG or the DTO, so you didn't really go that far wrong. You just got your bias wrong. That's the beauty of it, bro. If you got the bias right, your trade would have won 100%. It just so happens that you got your higher time frame bias wrong, which is a very simple fix. You just, again, take on board what I said about when we have a big sell-off and we close at the very, very low, there's a lot of FOMO and we typically reverse for the first few days. So just take that into account, bro. But as I said, it's not like you've done anything stupid. It's not like you've gambled. It's not like you've... I can see exactly why you'd want to enter that trade. So there's nothing wrong with what you've done there. You in a buy. Yeah, this is a buy in the signal group, bro. 30-minute FEG got tapped. Yeah, no, I can see the reasons. We must sell. Why is that, bro? USD safe haven bid narrative is putting much pressure on. So USD safe haven bid narrative is putting so much pressure on, so we must sell. Fair play, bro. I mean, if that's what you think, bro. As I'm saying, sometimes it's not about the actual bias of the market. It's the bias of the trader, which is what you gotta sometimes realise. Is the market bearish? Yes, right? I mean, anyone can go on the higher time frame. Not gonna lie, chat. Put some respect on my fucking name right about now. I didn't see anyone else on socials calling out this sell. Everyone I saw on socials here was going, yep, uptrend, we're looking to buy, we're looking to buy. We were the only people that knew this was the genuine sell. This was manipulation. This was the genuine sell. Every other group, every other influencer, every other trader was looking at this being a pullback, these being a buyers. This being a pullback, buy, they got cooked, we won. So chat, we did do well last week, these last few weeks. If you've been tuning in, boys, we have done well. So that's a dub for our community. And we managed to catch that sell. So we are looking to eventually catch that next sell down. But again, we want to time ourselves properly. Same way we did here. We knew the market wasn't ready to move down here. We went through all the fundamentals. We've basically got a little board here where where I've drawn over everything. And I've got it somewhere to do with my news. Is it this? I've got my news stuff somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it is. I feel like it was in red. I've just got bare analysis here. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we knew that the news wasn't right at this point due to the war and due to the news we had. And the yen basket. And it's only after we had that confirmation we was ready to sell. So we're looking at a similar thing. Well, we might have a bit of pullback. And then when we're ready to sell, we sell. So it's just about being smart in this market. It's easy. Chat, and this is another important thing. I know I'm dropping a lot of shit right now. But that's called Miro, bro. That app that I'm drawing on. But yeah, really important thing is these sells are always going to be easier to catch. The sells here are always going to be easier to catch. Why? Because the masses don't know we're selling off. We knew we were selling off based on a higher time frame, right? 2025 high was swept. We had a clear market structure shift. We had our weekly internal and our weekly external. We then had our March high swept, so our March low. So we knew for time that we was going to sell off down to here. However, most people didn't, because most people don't predict. They just react to what's most recently happened. So here, these sales are going to be easy because there's still a lot of buyers. People are still looking to buy. So it's easy. People buy, we sell into them. It's calm, it's easy. What's harder is down here when the masses know right now that we're probably looking to sell. When the masses are also looking to sell, this is where we see a lot more manipulation because we've got to make sure we manipulate those guys before we get in. So you will notice the manipulation up here wasn't as big because, as I said, the masses weren't selling. The masses were buying, so it was calm. We just sold into them. Here, the masses are selling. So this is why what we're seeing here, we're going to get more manipulation to actually stop them out and then get the move. Because as I said, the masses are selling here. They wasn't selling there. So it was easy for us to sell into them. Here, the masses are selling. We can't sell to sellers. We need to sell to buyers. Therefore, we either need to buy the market up ourselves or we need to induce people to buy by pushing the market up. And then we dump on their faces. So yeah, it's essentially what we're seeing in this market, boys. But stay tuned, boys, because there probably will be re-entries on buyers as well, I'll be honest with you. Okay, nice. We've moved higher on this as well. Would you wait for the retracement to be in the premium of the 4 hour? Would you wait for the... Everyone double tap the screen on TikTok, boys. Get 2k likes in here, man. Would you wait for a retracement to the premium of the 4 hour? It's not a bad point to wait for, bro. It's really not a bad point to wait for. I would definitely split this ITR here and mark on my key points, OTE and OTS, like that. Make it a bit brighter so you can see. That looks worse. So yeah, our range is from here to here, and these are the levels I'll be looking to sell off. So ideally we wait till we get into the premium, then we sell off. It might not be that much of a retracement, but that's generally what we're looking for. Price come into this premium and then sell off. Ideally, if it comes into the OTE, that's even better. But yeah, we're probably only going to come up a bit and then sell off. So what I'm seeing here is probably this fair value gap here on the 4 hour. But I don't focus too much on that. I'll just more react to what the actual current market's doing. Remember, we only need the daily bias, and then we let the ALG and DTO do the rest. So we'll see where we are come tomorrow. And then we'll see how we approach the market from there. How to have a good high time frame bias. Bro, I tell you what, you're best off booking a call with me, bro, and I can take you through my high time frame bias. It's the easiest way, bro. Yeah, RV, I did see your message in here, bro. I did try to bell you after you booked the call, but it didn't come through, bro. Yeah, I tell you what, if you are trying to learn how to find my daily bias, because it's the exact same way I do have a very step-by-step way of doing it that I can break down very simply to you. But just book a call, boys, so I can jump on one-to-one and explain that to you, rather than spending like 15 minutes on here doing it. But there's a link in the chat. I think I asked before, but when you're in a range, do you wait for an old hide to be closed above, or it's just a valid wick? Closed above is better. For me, a wick is technically a break, but it's not a strong break at all. And I would want a confirmed break to be an actual body close. Market was pricing in the Iran war peace, which never came. Oh, fucking hell, that was bad. Bro, had something come up, I'll book one. Some sweet, bro. No worries, man. What's the difference with the Alpha Pro accounts? Depends what one. I mean, there's multiple different things about it, bro. Just kind of preference, what you prefer. No one's really that better than the other. It's just sort of what you prefer, mate. So have a read of the rules and just go with what you think sounds like the best. Could there be re-entries here? The thing is, I got cooked last time as well when you explained the exact same thing. Yeah, that's it, bro. You just got to take into account the actual analysis of it rather than actually looking for the trade. Again, bro, that's the beauty of what we do, is you don't have to focus on the lower time frame and be obsessing over it. Be obsessing over the daily bias. What's the higher time frame bias? As I said, with the strategy, mate, the ALG is going to do the heavy lifting. The DTO is going to get the heavy lifting. I'm telling you now, if you get the daily bias right, you just apply the ALG in its simplest form or the DTO in its simplest form, and you'll win the trade. Like this does, the ALG and the DTO does the heavy lifting for you. If you get the bias right, these two will get you into the trade no matter what. It is just about having that strong daily bias. When you've got that daily bias, then you know exactly which one to look at. So that's what I would say. If you would have had your daily bias, looked at it a bit more, I think you would have noticed that and been bullish, and then you would have known only look for DTO buys or ALG buys, and just completely ignore ALG sells and DTO sells. So you wouldn't have taken this loss here. You would not have taken this loss. You also wouldn't have been looking for this trade. Obviously this one didn't come through, so you wouldn't have taken that. And the only one you'd be really looking at is this one here. So now you know you'd be looking at DTO buyers. That's the one thing to look at. So it's very simple. You obsess over your higher time frame, then your lower time frame, the strategies I've developed will do the heavy lifting for you. Do you ever watch Dovey? No, who's that, bro? Friday post-London call was really good, bro. Will you also do a pre-London potentially for everyone in the Discord this week? Yeah, bro, I do a pre-London call every Friday. Sorry, post-London call every day. Sorry, post-London call every Friday for the free members. Right, bro, that Spidey just... Aye, yo, chat. Bro, you should have just seen who invited me to go live, bro. Yo, I actually know that guy. Spidey, who knows this guy? Bro, this guy just invited me to go live. This is the dedication to the calls. I didn't join it. Bro, have I just been... Okay. He may be more niche than I thought. This guy, yeah. Turan Spidey. This guy invited me to go into his stream. Holy collab. Dubai trader Guy Cooks. I don't take his strategy, but that guy is living the life. Yeah, be careful of anyone living in Dubai, bro. Obviously, it can go one or two ways. Don't want to sound like a hater though. Big him up, obviously. Let me have a look at him. I'll be honest, chat. I can normally tell straight away if someone's legit or not. Let's have a look at this, bruh. Don't think I've seen this guy before, bro. I'll be honest. Where's he from? I haven't seen this guy at all, to be fair. His YouTube looks kind of clean, though. The videos we need to get to, boys. I'll be real. If me and Mace are banging out them type of vlogs, we'll be absolutely cooking. But the thing is with me and Mace, boys, like, we dead-ass trade. Like, we're actually massively focused on trading on a day-to-day basis. Like, what me and Mace do is we sit indoors all day and fucking research the market, the fundamentals of the market. We look for what we're going to do. We don't really go around renting out cars and shit like that, even though that is fun and I probably should do that more. Recently, I've been in kind of my locking in phase. But when we get the office, boys, we're definitely going to be doing more fun vlogs and shit like that. We're going to be in the office in a matter of weeks, boys. Mace is just waiting for his motor to arrive. Mace has got a new motor for a bit. He's waiting for his motor to arrive. And then, yeah, we'll move into our new office chat. We can start doing some fucking jokes, vlogs. I think you man will rate that. I think you man will like them vlogs. Pretty sure he's, yeah, I was going to say, he don't really look American, to be fair. He looks a bit English. Best for copy trading. Oh, what did I used to use? It's called like Blue Guard. No, not no. Blue. For some reason, I always think of the word blue. I don't think blue's in the name. It's just the picture of it. What's it called? Isn't it like the name of a bird or something? Someone remind me. I must have said it on here before, but I haven't used it in years, bro, because it didn't end up being really that beneficial. But the reason I follow you is because you understand market structure, bro. Appreciate you, brother. What motor did he get? I can't remember, bro. I'll be honest. Can't remember. The thing is with Mace has actually written off a few. Well, I think he writ off his last car in it, so he needs to build up his insurance, I think. But yeah, it's a banging little motor. I can't remember what it is, but it's a banging little motor. I've only seen pictures of it. It's nothing too crazy. I think it's like a 30 grand whip or something like that. I'll be honest, boys, like, again, me and Mace don't really value shit like that much. It's just we needed some way to get to the office. Like with me, I'm basically live in London, innit? So it's quite easy for me to get anywhere. But Mace lives in a bit further out in Essex, like Hertfordshire ways. So it's harder for him to commute. The train line around him is kind of shit. So yeah, he has to get a motor for that. It's Cooper, is that what it is? Let's have a look. Yeah, that is it. It's this. I'm sure it's this. Fuck's sake, really? That one looks dead. I think it's this one. Not sure though. Actually, I don't know. There's bears. I think it might be an estate. I don't even know. It's one of these though. I think it might be. Fuck knows what it is. I'm shit with cards in it. It is this brand though. God knows. Is this a good brand, chat? Let me know. How do I book a call with you, bro? I'll drop a link in the chat right now, bro. Just click that link. Just click that link that I've just put, bro. Want to learn the daily bias? Yeah, there you go. How many funded accounts you manage? Yeah, multiple, bro. But the reason why I don't copy trade is because what I've noticed is it doesn't really benefit you. So I'll show you what I used to do. So I used to have, for example, let's just say account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And let's say these are all like 100k accounts, for example. Now, the thing is, if you copy trade them all from your master account, yeah, you're going to make bigger dubs, right? You're going to get fatter dubs. So your dubs are going to be 5 times as big. However, if you go on a losing streak, which is what happens with every single trader, then you're going to lose all of your funding. It just doesn't make sense. It's just being greedy. So what you want to do is, the main key of the market is money offsets risk, okay? That's the main thing. So why would you want to get more money, more funding, and then increase your risk? So risk more. Doesn't make sense. The more money you have means the less you have to risk. So now let's say we've got 100k here. Now what I'll do is on Monday, I'll place a trade on this account. If it wins, I make money. If it doesn't, I lose money. It doesn't really matter. Tuesday, I'll trade on here. Then maybe Wednesday, I won't have a trade, so nothing. Then Thursday, I'll trade on here. Then maybe nothing on Friday. Then next Monday and next Tuesday, I'll trade on here. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different opportunities to actually win a trade. So this, I could have -1, 4% win. -1, and then let's say a break even. So that means what I'd normally be walking away with is 1%. I'm actually walking, or let's actually assume this was -1 as well. So what I would normally be walking away with is 0%. But by splitting it across your accounts, you've actually got 4%. And that's just a knock-on effect, because now not only can you withdraw that, but you also have a buffer for your other trades. So now you can place your next 2 trades will be on here. And then your next trade will be on here. So it's just a lot better, bro. It just offsets risk a lot better if you split your risk among your different accounts. And I understand when you're a beginner, not even a beginner, but like this is what I first did when I got multiple accounts. Is I thought, right, I can copy trade them and make bare money. But as I said, you'll go on a losing streak, and then say it'll get to a point where even if they're not lost, but let's say all of these are like 5% down, it looks bleak, right? And that's when you're gonna have to start risking double, like 2 times risk, or it's when you're gonna have to start placing like higher RR trades which just aren't gonna come through, so your win rate goes down. It's just when you start fucking around. Whereas if you split them across all your accounts, you're never gonna be in 5% drawdown. You just never will be, because rather than being on all of them -1, -1, -1, -1, -1, and they're all down 5%, it'll be -1, -1, -1, -1, -1. So all of your accounts will only be down a max of -1%, meaning next week you just have a win on any of those accounts and boom, you got your payout. Right, next week I get 3% payout on here. That brings the total of this account to 2% and boom, I got a payout. Whereas if I was copy trading them all, they'd all be down 5%, and even though I did win that trade, it'd still all be down 2% and I'd still be praying, right? So yes, when you're winning, it does seem like a really good idea to copy trade them all. But remember, you're not always winning, boys. When you're in these losing streaks, that's when having more money really benefits you, and you can actually split your risk. So that's something that I'd massively recommend you guys take on board, innit? If you're waiting for entry confirmation for trades, chat W. Yeah, but I think most of us are, to be fair. I got in the EU buyers now floating 5%. Lovely. Did you get in from the signal, bro? Yeah, we had a lovely signal sent this morning. Basically bang on the dot of 7. So yeah, if you're in our group, then you'd be in this long right now. Boys, I'm not going to lie. A lot of people in the signal group piss me off because they're just dumb, I'll be honest. Like, that's just... It's kind of annoying. Thing is, chat, what always happens in the signal group, right, is the way trading works is it's obviously in phases. So we'll have like 2 really good weeks, right, where we say we do like 5% and then 10%. And then because we've had 2 really good weeks, then everyone will want to join. And then after everyone joins, we might have 2 slightly worse weeks where we might take a hit and we might have -2%, -3%, right? Then everyone that's joined here after the wins is like, oh no, I'm down 5%, I'm going to leave. It's like, bro, look at shit over the course of a month. And just, you got to be in there for at least 30 days or there's no point. Look at it over a course of a month. 5, 10 is 15%. Minus the bad week, -5. That's still 10%. That's how you see people passing accounts with our signals, because they're in there for a decent period of time. So now what a load of people have done is they've probably joined after the good week. They've only experienced the bad week, and now they've probably left after the bad 2 weeks, and now they're going to miss again the 2 good weeks, which right now, as I said, we've got an 11R trade going on right now, which is currently up 5%, more than 5%. So now this week we're already up 5%, and it's like you're joining after a good week and then expecting there to not be a bad week. Like, we are a very good group, boys, but we can't defeat the laws of trading. Like, everything goes in trends. So you have good weeks, everyone joins, they get the bad weeks, so they leave and then miss the good weeks again. And it's like a cycle of leaving, join. It's annoying. Just join and stay for 60 days and you'll see your account be fucking cooking. But if you keep leaving after every few days, like, or after every week, you're just never going to be able to get where you want to get to. Is that a 12-hour trade? Yeah, bro. Currently up, yeah, 5% right now. What's wrong with GU? What do you mean what's wrong with it, bro? Yeah, what do you mean what's wrong with it, brother? Let me open this here. Well, we are still looking for re-entries on longs if possible. Everyone drop a like on the stream. Lou, do you ever think you'll go to futures? I'm going to start trading them soon. Actually, let me actually check, bruv. Do I have my... I've been waiting on an Alpha Futures account. I can't lie, from ACG, but I don't know if I've even got one yet. No, yeah, I ain't even got an account yet from ACG, bro. Like, been waiting for one for a decent amount of time as well. I can't lie. Boys, I've been waiting for a fucking futures account from ACG for like 6 months. It's fucking jarring, bro. Spoke to like 3-4 different people. I don't even know if I got a code. Yo, someone try and apply my code. Someone try use Richesse at Alpha Futures. If that don't even work, bro, I'm gonna have to speak to ACG. Like, I've been waiting for this for time now, bro. It's actually getting a bit of a piss take. I've told him, like, a massive amount of my community trade futures, like. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And I've been waiting, bro, for months and months now. It's jarring, man. The strategy's the same or different. It'd basically be the same, bro, to be honest. I'll be real. What I'd trade would probably be just this, which is basically EU. So 6E1. This is basically EU. As you can see, yeah, you can see we had the exact same thing on it. We had the Sweeper 2025 high. We had the weekly order block, March high, March low. We want to sell from this 4-hour order block. So we came off, took the March high, came off our order block, made this leg down, price tapped in, sold off. So yeah, like, you can trade this the exact same as EU, so well, you may as well. Do you know what I mean? How's Alpha with payouts to the KYC? Yeah, they're good with payouts, bro. I thought ACG and Alpha Futures are a different company. Nah, they're the same company, bro. Same company, just different arms of Alpha. Let's quickly move this to the side so we can actually look at a trade. Have we had the 30-minute close above this? Yeah, we've had a 30-minute close above this now, so we can forget about that old fair value gap. Let's put some better tunes on. Actually, quickly have a read of the news, boys. Let's see if anything's going on in the news right now. Let's see if anything's going on in the news that we need to be aware of. Nothing really. Iranian president said on Monday that Tehran should pursue dialogue with dignity, rejecting slogans against negotiation with the US. So it sounds like they are going to negotiate. So it sounds like we are going to have an end to this war at some point, which will obviously be bearish for the dollar. So we are awaiting news for that. That might cause a mad reversal. But let's wait and see. At the end of the day, that's one of those things no one really knows. What was Riz Frenchy? This was a signal trade, bro, by one of my signal traders. This would have been. This was the same entry I was looking at, but I was looking for it at this point here. I was looking for it after we had to move away from the DTO. Wanted price to come back down. Stop loss below the low, entry on the DTO for that. Just didn't end up coming through, bro. But luckily, one of our signal traders obviously got in the entry at about 7:05. Right on the open. Lovely entry. Nice and tight stop loss and just caught that. Lovely. So that's lovely to see, man. I've got to say. It was a beautiful trade there. Yeah, we're at this fair value gap here. I think we closed below it or not. No, we haven't actually closed below yet, so we'll wait and see for that. They're just taking a piss with these talks. It's gone on for a long period of time, to be fair. These talks have been lasting ages. These talks have been lasting ages. The only thing with ACG and Alpha Futures is the monthly activation fee. Yeah, some firms do that. It just helps them out paying you out, bro. That's the main thing. That is a bit jarring with futures. It doesn't do that for Forex on a lot of firms, but a lot of firms on futures do that. Why not trading futures? I prefer Forex, bro. I think Forex is a lot easier to trade. Forex is a lot easier to trade, in my opinion, based on the actual structure. But I can see why people would prefer futures. I can see why people would prefer it. It does make sense in some aspects. But a higher time frame is just a lot easier, in my opinion, on the likes of EU, GU. I'm guessing your bias for gold is bullish. Yeah, bro. I've got a bullish bias for gold as well, overall. EU wants to dump so badly. I think we reject here. Why do you think it wants to dump so badly, bro? Do you think? I'm assuming you think money's going to rotate into the dollar as a safe haven. Yeah, we can see the VIX is up. It's had a pretty bullish open. To be fair, the VIX is probably... Yes, there's definitely more risk in this market. We just reverse trend and the dollar bid is back. What do you mean the dollar bid is back, bro? What do you mean the bid's back? For me, I think NQ and ES are way easier than Forex. I disagree, bro. I just think the higher time frames just so crap, to be honest. Like, you just get a huge period of consolidation. Like, the thing is with the NAS, it's an asset that always goes up, right? It's always uptrending. So, the entire market is how long can we... Let's manipulate as many people as we can. Make the conditions as hard as possible to trade. Make it borderline impossible to make money in this market. And then absolutely rock it out of nowhere. Make all new all-time highs. Like, the whole point of this is just to manipulate as many people, drain as many people of money as they can. The whole idea of this from end of 2025 to mid-2026 was purely to draw. This is 6 months, probably more, worth of purely just trying to manipulate people, lose people money, drain their wallets. Or not wallets, but drain their accounts. Make as many people lose as they can. Absolute pure manipulation. That's all we're doing here. No trend, no movement, no structure, nothing to go off. Pure manipulation, trying to get people to lose money. And then we get the pump out of nowhere. This is different to Forex. Forex will more move steadily in an uptrend. And you actually can see decent structure around the whole time. So you can see you've got clear bullish structure here and then clear bearish structure here. It's not like there's just months and months of absolutely nothing going on. And then an absolute boom. Yeah, you're right. The high time from his ship as an intraday trader, that's a wet dream. Fair play, bro. Just good for scalpers. Yeah, that's it. What pair you trading now? EU, bro. It says in the bottom right. This is Euro USD, bro. Depends on the account size. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on gold? I'll be bullish on gold, bro. Overall, be bullish on gold, bro. As I said, we are at this position where we've got 2 order blocks, a bullish one and a bearish one. One of these does have to fail. So we've got a bearish order block here. And a bullish order block here. One of these has to fail. So, yeah. It's kind of a difficult market right now. Again, I would overall be bullish, but for now I can see sells. So by the end of the year, I do want price to be basically above this high. Basically, this was the start of this overall huge sell-off. So I do eventually want this high to be taken. But right now the market just doesn't seem ready. So I can see the market selling off a bit and then eventually coming back in. But gold is not something I trade on a day-to-day basis. You can catch nice trends on it. But right now, it's a little bit harder to predict, in my opinion. So, who's looking to enter EU? Who's looking to enter EU right now? How long did it take to get your first payout? Years, bro. Probably like 2 years. Waiting to enter. Fair play. EU is going to buy to daily FEG, making the weekly high and then maybe reverse on Tuesday. Fair play, bro. US rate hike expectations. Yeah, I mean, overall, we do think that's going to be the move that happens, is the dollar to the downside. I mean, sorry, to the dollar to the upside. However, this is just a manipulation day, bear in mind. We just want this to be a manipulation day where a lot of people are going to be... Trust me, chat, as I keep saying, just watch how this market plays out, innit? Just watch. I'm telling you now, everyone missed these sells here and they're itching to sell. Itchy because they missed this sell here. Then they missed this sell. Then they missed this sell, and then they missed this one, and then they missed this one, and they missed this one. So now they're itching to sell. They would have sold at this level here and got cooked. And I'm telling you now, a lot of people are now going to be looking to sell from this order block here. And we'll see what happens. But I think most likely chances they do get cooked. You can wait for confirmation here. It's a pretty good point because we do have... if we get rid of this... Actually, let's keep it. No, we'll get rid of it quickly. If we look at this, we do have this fair value gap here. So we can wait to see if we close below it or if we fill it and then react to the upside. So that's a pretty important point right now. Can you explain your analysis? What part of it do you want me to explain, bro? Higher time frame, lower time frame, the strategy. Luke, can I drop a tune for you? Give me your thoughts. Yo, actually, before I listen to that, which is your request, let me actually give this a proper listen. I haven't listened to the World Cup song properly. Let's listen to the World Cup song and see if... alright. Shakira's brought out a World Cup song 2 days ago. Is this AI? I think it's AI. I think this song's AI. I thought it was real. That's kind of annoying. Wait, let me try to find this World Cup song. Oh, no, apparently it is actually a song. Let's listen to the official one quickly by Jelly Roll. Are you in a trade on EU, bro? Yeah, just in the signals chat, bro. We got in this buying the signals. It's running about 5% profit right now. I closed my swing sell Friday. It was a good ride down, but I think, yeah, it's a good idea, bro. Definitely think. Thing is, bro, like I said, after a big sell-off on Monday, we typically have a big buy-off. Shaqiri is back. Wait, Shaqiri. The 4-hour broke structure to the upside, so most likely a daily retrace. Yeah, I agree, bro. I want a retracement on the chart. Let me put this on. I want a retracement today. So I don't want price to end up going fully bullish to break this high. Not at all. I just want, as I said, same thing we have back here after this big sell-off. We have a few days of bullishness which actually stop all these early sellers out. So I think it's very likely we do get these few buys and then eventually we sell off. Yeah, this song's awful. I didn't actually realise how bad this song is. Sorry, wait. Just listen to this, chat. Bro, Jelly Roll's good, but mate, he needs to fire his ghostwriter, bro. If they wrote him some Storage Wars song. Bro, this is the type of song that gets you excited for the Premier League to start in September. What's this song called then by fucking Shakira then? Let's listen to this one. Already better. Let's see this. Are you in a trade, mate? Just a long, bro. I'm waiting for re-entries on longs though, bro. So this one's not in yet, no. This month I'm going to get my first payout, trust. Nice, bro. You funded right now or are you trying to pass one? Is your other one in? Yeah, bro. It was entry about 7 AM. Even this one ain't really fucking with, I'll be honest. It was better, but it's still pretty dead. My problem with Forex is I don't really have an entry confirmation. Or analyse the entry, please. Yeah, so essentially, boys, the main issue is what people do is they rely on their strategy too much, and they try and do the heavy lifting with their strategy. What we do the heavy lifting on a higher time frame. We have a daily bias, and then our entries just get us into the trade. We have two entries, one reversal strat, which is the ALG, one continuation strat, which is the DTO. So, for example, we'll do our daily bias, and if it's, for example, buyers, like it is today, we're looking at ALG reversal buyers or DTO continuation buyers. We know exactly what to do. So that's the main thing you want to wait for. And then obviously the confirmations I wait for is the market structure shift on the 1 to 5 minute or IFEG on the 5 to 15 minute. What is DTO? The daily true open, bro. Friday 6 PM, is that a breaker block in line with your EU entry? Yeah, nice, bro. That is. That is a nice breaker. Do we have the same on the dollar? We haven't actually closed below this 15-minute imbalance yet on the dollar. Don't get me wrong, we should do. So yeah, we're opening this fair value gap here. Can slightly push us up on the dollar. Tap us into this fair value gap and the breaker block, and then get that continuation of the sell down. So EU, we obviously want price to come down a little bit into our fair value gap, into our breaker block, and then move to the upside. My fantasy. My fantasy. What actually is a breaker block? I keep hearing it in the trading space. Are you in the mentorship, bro? We do have a full video on breaker blocks. Nice. What strategy is this? This is well, the way I trade is ALG strategy or DTO strategy. So ALG reversals or DTO continuations. This one here is a DTO continuation, although it's not a textbook one. Again, I do think a lot of people are going to be induced into sells from this here. Are your order blocks always on the same time frame? Nah, bro, not always. Big up to Larry Nash. IEA Chief Birol states oil stocks are running low, only a few weeks left. Yeah, you can see we're trading comfortably above 100 now. This was obviously that big manipulation, that blatant insider trading we saw just before price boomed. We saw obviously the most obvious insider trading you'll ever see. Trump should go down in history as the most corrupt US president ever, surely. Chat, what are we saying in this live? Who likes Trump? Who don't like Trump? Morning, G. What made you flip bullish on EU right now? Essentially, bro, after we have a big week, orange fucking needs to be gone. Basically, after a week of really big selling, we typically have the Monday is bullish and the Tuesday as a little retracement move. Main reason being is that price has completed the distribution now, and we need to reaccumulate and then manipulate and then go again. So we've had this big sell-off. Another thing is that all the retail traders would have missed this sell, missed this sell, missed this sell, missed this sell. And now they're thinking, right, when Monday comes, I'm not missing this next sell. I'm definitely getting in, which means we get a load of retail money pump into the market taking shorts, which all just gets taken to the upside. And then we sell off later on in the week once everyone's blown their accounts. But yeah, chat, if you don't want to book a call with me, if there's anything I've said about my strategy, about my higher time frame bias, about my analysis that doesn't make sense to you, just feel free to book in a call for free, boys. I just dropped the link in the YouTube chat right now. Yeah, I was watching gold last night and we swept the weekly CRT low, so I was expecting some sort of retracement. Yeah, bro, that's what we typically do get. The only good thing about him is he tries to deport illegal immigrants. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, even Obama deported more people, I think. Even Obama deported more people. Right, volume running out a little bit, but we are looking pretty decent right now, chat. We're up nicely on this one, and our re-entry looks good. Two secs, chat. Give me, what party are you edging for? Give me 2 secs, bro. Give me 2 secs. Also, bro said, what party am I edging for, bro? Like, I would fucking support any of them. Fuck them all, bro. That's it. That's it. Joe, which party are you rooting for? Let me know which party you man are going for. Let me know what you're going for. Who are you man supporting in this upcoming election, chat? Who's your Prime Minister? Let me know. Who are you supporting? Yeah, what part am I edging? P. Diddy put wow. Whole market is adjusting their position here for a small downside. It's not just retail. We'll see, bro. We'll see. As I said, majority of in my opinion, all the selling has been completed from last week, and this week we're going to have another accumulation phase, another manipulation phase, and then the distribution. The sell-off is too obvious right now. Your daily profile. What about it, bro? Up Farage, Fairs, P. Diddy party. Okay. Yeah, I don't want any of them, bro. I don't even know if I'll vote, to be honest. I don't like any of them right now. I don't like any of the parties. I don't think any of them really deserve the vote. I don't know. I mean, who's the best? Probably. Fucking hell. We have really got some shite, haven't we? Why can't political parties just be like football teams where your dad just tells you what one to support and you just stuck with them forever? And even if they're shit, you just have to support them. That might even be a better approach. At least we'll get a bit of loyalty there. Prize has to come up before coming down into the order block that's got to be mitigated. I can't lie, when it comes to this, prize has to come up before coming down to that. Fair play. Can't lie, when it comes to this voting shit, I'm so lost. Why is that, bro? Someone said they're voting for the P. Diddy party. I think you're going to like this tune from what I can hear in the background. Say nothing, bro. Alright, let's play this song request right now. Oh, that's a really hard word to pronounce. Avion. Avion. That is like one of the hardest words I've ever had to pronounce. Bro, how the fuck do you pronounce that name? Avion. But it's not. Avion would be Avion. It's Avaion. How? Avaion. Avion. I've listened to his songs before. Okay, I've listened to Bears of his songs before, apparently. Oh yeah, I've heard this song before, apparently, bro. I've listened to it already. Let's listen now. I don't know. I never really had an interest in politics. I honestly tried since it's the world I live in, but Loki just lost. I hear it. Avaion. Then what's the E there for? No, why is the I there? Sorry. Avaion. Wait. Avaion. Oh, right. The VAI is an A sound. Right, that makes sense. That's a stupid spelling. Yeah, I hear it, bro. To be fair, getting into politics is like, you should understand it just for your own benefit, especially in terms of like trading and just being locked in with what's going on in the world. But hard shilling a political party is probably the lowest ROI activity you can ever do. Every day on TikTok I go on live. Oh, new 5 reasons you should vote for the Green Party. 5 reasons you should vote for the Reform Party. 5 reasons you should vote for Conservative. It's like, bro, why are you fucking shilling for a party that's obviously going to be shit? Like, think about everyone that hard chilled for Biden and he was terrible. And then everyone hard chilled for Trump and he was terrible. And then next, everyone's going to hard shield for fucking JD Vance, who's going to be terrible. Or Gavin Newsom will be terrible. Like, why would you want to hard shield? So it's like trading. It's like me knowing that fucking my trade's not going to come through and hard shilling them. If you promote a political party, you know they're going to be shit. There's never been a good political party ever. Has there ever been a good one that everyone can universally agree was pretty good? It's like hard shilling a trade that you know's going to lose. Profitable but can't read. Casual, watch yourself, mate. Watch yourself. And wait for the drop. Wait. Okay. What is Green Party? I hear Green Party and just be thinking about Bud. I'll tell you what the Green Party is. The Green Party is essentially... Have you ever spoken to anyone that's like posh? Or like really well off, or from an area where everything's all nice and lovely, there's nothing bad going on, and they've got a really oversimplified positive view on the world where they was brought up in a nice place, and they try to project those opinions onto you that's actually lived in a pretty rough area or an area where there's actual genuine problems, and they try to tell you, oh, it's calm, the world's all fine, it's all lovely, we just need to love each other. And also, they're just so... They're so confused. It's almost a joke how confused they are. This is how it works, right? This is how it works. This is essentially what the Green Party is. Imagine saying, Oh, mate, I love the seaside. I love the sea, bro. The beach, the waves, the fucking sound of the seagulls. Mate, having a glass of wine by the beach, looking out over the sea at night time, walking along the beach, the breeze of the ocean, mate. I love the beach, bro. The beach is the best. Oh, my God, I love it. And then living in, like, the most landlocked place in the whole of the world. And living in, like, mainland Russia or something. Central Russia. So if you love the beach so much, why don't you go live by it? That is basically what the Green Party is, and this analogy was not about beaches. If you clock that, oh really? That's political movement. Everyone having ever thought about having a proper live setup? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do in the office, bro. In the office, we got a proper setup. We've ordered bare shit. It's gonna be cold. Trust me. Lou, I think you fucked with the song Chemicals by Fandy. Yeah, I think I've heard that, bro. I think I rate it. Chella Blit, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? What the fucking geoguessr thing. Then is Nigel Farage party just deporting illegal immigrants, etc.? No. The Nigel Farage party, right? The Nigel Farage party is exactly that. It is the Nigel Farage party. Nigel Farage wants to be Prime Minister of the country. That's it. That's all he wants. He's always wanted to be Prime Minister. He's tried for years and years and years. There's always been a grift with him. And the current grift is working better than the others. And yeah, he just wants to be Prime Minister. He doesn't care about the country at all. He just wants to be Prime Minister. I'll tell you one thing. If, Lou, give us an analogy about party, because that analogy was bang on, bro. But yeah, I'm going to tell you one thing about Reform, right? Reform, yeah, they're kind of banter and they're kind of a little bit based. But I'll tell you one thing now. If we had a Reform government, we would have gone into Iran with Trump. Farage would have gone into Iran with Trump. West Ham going down, bro. Yeah, man, it's peak. I wanted Spurs to go down. I still think there's a chance. There's still a chance. If Spurs lose both their games and West Ham win on the final day, don't forget, chat, there is a chance. Do you even get dough? Do you even get dough for being Prime Minister? It's kind of like when you get to the upper echelons of having money, it becomes less about money and more about sort of respect and achievement and essentially one man noshing off a man who's more powerful than him. Yeah, that's basically it. In the words of Roy Cohn, everyone wants to suck a winner's cock. And that's just the long and short of it. You did if you were Rishi's wife. What about Rishi's wife, bro? Lou, just become Prime Minister at this point. When I come Prime Minister, chat, the world will be actually fixed. Like, not the world. England will be fixed. The day I become Prime Minister is the day the world gets fixed. 50% off prop firms. We're gonna put a we're gonna subsidise prop firm challenges in the UK. All the contracts you got during COVID and then went bump. Yeah, trust me. Made bare money. Yeah, facts. What's your bias on long in the U? Yeah, I like the idea of it, bro. I like the re-entries as well. Oh, what's your bias? Oh, you look. Yeah, I'm overall bearish, bro. But after these big sell-offs, especially when the sell-off closes on a Friday. So we've got this big sell-off last week. And especially when the sell-off ends on a Friday. The new week opens and a lot of sellers that missed out on all these sells have got intense FOMO and they want to sell the market here. They're like, right, I've missed out on all these sells. I'm not missing this next one. The market opens, they look to sell, get cooked. Look to sell again, get cooked. Look to sell again, get cooked. And then they're like, all right, fuck's sake, I've missed it again. I've got cooked. And then the actual move comes through. We've seen this multiple times this year. already. So we're expecting it to happen again with a bullish day. So I'm expecting this price to go higher. How was trading during COVID? Was it hard? Not that hard, bro. It's easier than now, to be honest. Allow 16-year-olds to trade prop firm? Holy based. Look, when you're Prime Minister, you're going to have to give the pre-London some insider information. Chat, when I'm Prime Minister, access to the mentorship is going up to 100 grand a month. It's going to be, 100 grand a month. Access to the mentorship when I'm Prime Minister is going to be 100 grand a month. If you're in right now, price stays at your current price. When I'm Prime Minister, everyone else is going to be paying 100 bags. You guys are going to be paying 150. And we're going to be dropping some serious inside information. Like, it's going to be downright illegal, the stuff we're going to do in the pre-Londons. But what is illegal? I'm literally the Prime Minister. No one can tell me what's illegal. At the end of the day, I live in 10 Downing Street, mate. What are you going to do? Fucking get police to take the hinges off? Just not going to be done. I've got feds at my door to protect me. So if feds come to arrest me for fraud, then what's going to happen? It's going to be police versus police. It doesn't make sense. It's going to just be like a standoff, and they'll just allow it. Because at the end of the day, I own the police as well. And I'll just say to them, bro, listen, you're trying to arrest me, you're getting defunded to fuck. And I'm putting a new police chief in, and you're never getting a job again. Yeah, I'm going to go power crazy and just start acting like Trump. That's just exactly what's going to happen. Now, in all seriousness, though, if I was Prime Minister, the last thing on my mind would be earning dough. Like, genuinely the last thing. Some things are more important than earning money, boys. Like, I'd rather be Prime Minister than have £10 million. If you told me right now you could have £10 million or become Prime Minister, I'd rather become Prime Minister. That's serious, that's like generational ratings, and a lot of you guys are probably going to say, what, you'd rather that over 10 mil? You got to think about all your ancestors, boys. Think about how hard your ancestors worked and what it would mean to them. For them to know that you now lead the fucking country that they worked so hard to exist in. Imagine that. You got like 10 generations of your family, and they can look down on you knowing you now run the fucking country. You are at the top. If you got 10 mil, you don't run shit. You just got a lot of money. A load of people got more. If you're Prime Minister, you're the top. Like, that is pure and utter G status. Would you still go live? Bro, I'd have to go live. I can't stop going live. Signals 2.5 mil, mentorship 10 mil. Yeah, facts. Facts, bro. The signals will be biblical. I'd rather be respected and remembered by people than the bag. Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me. Sorry to me, only my son is more important than making money. Yeah, trust me. But I mean, that's the good thing though, boys. It's not like making money is going to be bad for your son. Pre-London cabinet meeting, yeah, trust me. Bro, I'll be, do you know what would happen as well? I'll be doing like Prime Minister's questions, and fucking Diane will be in the corner going, are you circumcised? Are you circumcised? Are you circumcised? Do you bash? Do you bash? Do you bash? I'll be like, bro, how's this guy got into fucking 10 Downing Street? Can we get this guy out of Westminster now, please? And somehow we'll still be back the next day. Luther Prime Minister, Richesse party, yeah. If I had a party, I wouldn't even call it the Richesse party. I'd call it the active party. Actually, no, Richesse sounds better. Yeah, Richesse party. The live streams from the mentorship are the same as the public ones, or just for people in the mentorship. So yeah, so on YouTube, the public ones, I go live at about 8, 9 to 12. In the mentorship, we go live at 6:30 to 8. So the pre-London stream, breaking down exactly what we want to see from the market. So that is 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Normally 8:30, something like that. Breaking down everything what we expect to see. Then we have the public stream till 12. And then at 12, I jump on the post-London stream, which again is another private stream. And that is where we go over the trades we've seen, what you could have had, and just basically a review of the session. So with the pre-London session, getting ready for the market, the actual London session itself, which is where we're live for everyone, and the post-London again, which is another private mentorship. Play GeoGuessr. Alright, I'll play it in a sec. Richesse party slogan, get money up. Alright, let's vote for bruv now. Along the bruv party. Good questions. Come on, bro. GBP buy limit. Fair play. Why are you looking to buy that, bro? Let me know your analysis on that. Right, how many likes we got on this stream, boys? Do you think UJ will sell? I wouldn't be looking to trade UJ, bro, because of the BOJ intervention we've been seeing. I haven't really traded the yen in about 2 months. Right, chat, we're on 32 likes. Let's get 50 likes in here and we'll run some GeoGuessr. 50 likes in here, I'll play GeoGuessr or the most upvoted game what you want me to play. Last time you man had me playing chess. PS, I don't know the rules of chess. But yeah, get to 50 likes, boys, and whatever the most suggested game, I'll play that right now. Every time I see Keir Starmer, he looks scared. Yeah, trust me, bro. You guys still up the wolf. I was actually up the wolf yesterday, but no, not today, bro. Not today. We moved to Thailand for about a year, so we was out of the wolf for a bit. But yeah, we're getting the office right back soon, though. What was your analysis on EU? Yeah, recently, boys, it's been locked the fuck in, I'll be honest. Just trying to save money, build up my funding, build up my knowledge. Really build up the knowledge, that's the main thing. Like, I genuinely think I'm fucking a good few levels above majority of people on socials at this point. Like, you man surely see the work rate. I'm here every day trading, never missing a day. Certain influencers make a bag and then they never come back to the charts and they watch it like once or twice a week. You man seen me, boys. Been full trading for how many years? I'm so fucking locked into these charts, boys. I'm so locked into learning. I'm so locked into perfecting my strategy. Like, I'm just fucking locked, boys. I'll be honest. When we get this office in a few weeks, obviously that's when we're going to be doing a lot more videos. We're going to be doing vlogs abroad. We're going to be fucking doing bare different things. There'll be videos every single week. Vlog every single... Oh, mate, it's going to be cold when we're in the office. Trust me. But right now, I'm biblically locked in, and I'm taking you guys with me. What was your analysis on EU to go for buyers? Very simple, bro. Essentially, overall, I am bearish, but we saw the week here. The week closed here. So what we saw is a big sell-off. This big sell-off. And now what a lot of people are going to do when the new week opens is they're going to look at it and go, right, I missed all these sells last week. I missed all these sells, so this week I'm definitely going to catch it. Which means there's going to be a load of retail traders looking for sells, and they're just going to get manipulated as price retraces higher. Bear in mind the distribution phase is over, so we're now in a new accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution phase. So I do think price is going to continue up for at least the first 1 or 2 days, and then eventually when we've retraced well enough, then we're going to get the sell-off. And that's something we see quite a lot when we have that really bearish close and then Monday obviously Friday, closes like it has. But yeah, the market not got a hell of a lot of volume right now, to be honest. This is what we want to see. We're seeing inducement here around this fair value gap. So we are getting a lot of retail buying here, or the equivalent of buying dollar at this point. It's push up a little bit and then continue down, which will be push down, continue up. You can see all we've really done is just wicked into this imbalance. That's it. DXY hasn't actually entered it at all. Gold, yeah, let me know what you're looking for on gold and have a look, bro. Yo, man, what are you saying, Slick? Play GeoGuessr. I think it's going back to trend. Fair play, bro. Yo, chat, 40 likes. Let's get 50 likes on this stream right now. We've got 130 man in this live. Everyone drop a like. Let's get 50 likes if you're fucking with the stream, boys. Make sure you're subscribed as well, man. Make sure you're subscribed. $50 likes, boys, and I'll run something else. Whatever you want me to run, I'll run it. How much you made overall profit? Holy question. PA been dead for a bit now. Yeah, it's kind of slow, bro. What's your win rate on both your strats? About 50 to 60%, bro. About 55% win rate. I'll say 50 because I'll just round it down. But yeah, this year's been a little bit higher. But yeah, about 50%, 55%, which is more than enough for my strategy. It's been that consistently over years as well, so it's nice. You can see our RR is pretty good majority of the time as well. We do have a minimum RR of 1 to 2. I'll never enter anything less than that. My analysis is that we reject here and see lower levels today. Fair play, bro. As I said, I know a lot of people are going to be looking in for that. Because a lot of people are catting out for the sells that they think that they missed and now they're getting FOMO. So I do think a lot of people are going to be selling from here. Hopefully it can push us into our fair value gap and then just go higher. So I'm not really concerned about price dumping here, to be honest. TikTok summary said you're debating political parties. Let's hear it, lol. What party are you voting for, bro? And I'll give my opinion on it. I'll give my opinion on it, brother. Restore. We got a Restore voter in the house. I mean, Rupert Lowe is the most based one that's running for Prime Minister, but at the same time, like, it's like going into a Premier League going, yeah, I'm going to back Wolves to win the league. It's like, alright, mate. You can want Wolves to win the league as much as you can. It's not fucking happening. So you may as well just put your vote towards someone that might actually win it. It's like having a Ballon d'Or vote and giving it to fucking Ben White. Like, bruv. Just vote for someone who might actually win. If you vote, if you're going to vote Restore, why not just vote Reform or Conservative? Like, you are aware Restore are not going to win at all. It's just going to be Groundhog Day. Remember, last election, it took all that work just to Reform to get like 5 seats. And now this next election, they might actually win. But the same with Restore. It will take them all this effort. They'll win about 3 seats at the max. And then they'll have another political party spring up that's going to be more based than them. It's just going to go on and on and on. I just think it's a bit of a wasted vote, to be fair. Don't really know much about them. All I know is that Rupert Lowe is based on Twitter. And he is funny. But, I mean, it's a little bit of a frail, like, his whole thing is just deport. Chat, let me know what gets, if we deport everyone, how does my life improve? Someone educate me here. How does my life improve if we deport everyone? Like, I get it socially, it's a little bit better, but like, does it really fix the shit we're in as a country? How many losses do you take a week? Obviously, changes from week to week, but do you find it? Not every day, bro. So I normally take 1 win, 1 loss a week, something like that, bro. Big game tonight. Huge game tonight. Huge game tonight. Huge game tonight. Views on gold. Bullish, bro. No Uber drivers. Little girl. How's it let you say that, bro? Jesus. How's it let you type that on TikTok? Jesus. That new Drake album is dog trash. I ain't even listened to it. I might bang it on now, to be fair. Might bang it on now. Yeah, but bro, I'll be honest, like, whoever said about the little girl thing, yeah, that is true. But for a start, it's not going to stop it. It's still going to go on. But how's my life going to improve? And plus, chat, right, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room here that no one really wants to say. Everyone, is this too based for so? I don't know if this is too based. Either way, I'm going to say it. People pretend to give a shit about women and girls. You just don't really like immigrants. Just be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Just be honest. You don't really like them in your area. Just say it how it is. But don't say, oh, it's a little girl. You don't care about that much. I'm not saying you don't care, because obviously we all care. We're all humans. We've all got hearts here. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not evil. We all care, and it's horrible what's going on. It's a genuine problem from that community. They shouldn't be doing it, and it is a certain community which does it more than others. I completely agree with that. But a lot of people use that as the main reason. Like, people try to tell me this down the pub all the time. I'm like, bro, I know you. You just don't really like immigrants. Like, just be honest. You know what I'm saying? But don't try and say, oh, there's not going to be any more little girls getting da-da-da. Because, like, that's not really the reason, is it? If we're being so honest. Just admit you don't really like immigrants. Like, if that's your take, then stand on business, innit? House prices. Right, be right. I don't think house prices will go down under reform either. As I said, chat. I mean, it's the best of a bad bunch, mate. They're both better than Labour and Green Party. So I mean, go ahead, vote for them, innit? But I just think none of them are really that good, and a lot of people get way too easily psyoped by social media. Remember, chat. There's no us without them. That is the key of politics. There's no us without them. There is no us without them. It's why everyone fights each other. Think about it. If Farage had to get you to vote for him just through him and said, "Oh, I'm great for this. I'm great for this," no one would vote for him. There's no him. There's no Nigel Farage without a them. He's got to say, "Oh, there's them. It's them. It's them. It's them." And then there's an us. It's the same as every party. It's the same as Labour. Oh, the far right. No one votes for Keir Starmer without thinking that there's the far right that are against them. No one votes for Restore without thinking that there's this Green Party cult Islam thing that's coming after them. Like, it's always just pinning someone against each other. I know it's cliche, but it's so true. Like, I'm waiting for a party to actually be like, yeah, we're going to do this because of this, and this is going to improve our country because of this. Rather than just saying, oh, this party's worse, trust, vote for me, I'm not as bad. It's like, bro, really? This isn't a fucking trade. I'm not just going to go with whatever one's more likely to happen. Like, I do want a little bit of clarity. It's kind of my country we're talking about here. Or just don't vote at all, I can't lie. So you should really vote, boys. I mean, I always say this, I'm not going to vote. My dad always has a go at me for it whenever I say it. He always goes, your granddad will be rolling in his grave. Obviously, a lot of people, well, like my dad's side of his family comes from, like, Russia and that, so obviously they couldn't vote for a massive period, well, still can't really, for a long period of time, so they was massively on him, like, you should always vote, always vote, always vote. Even if you don't like anyone, you have to vote. It's a privilege you've been given. So I will vote for someone, but I just don't know who, really. I'm open to voting for any of them. I might even just vote for the Green Party, just so something happens. You know, like the nothing ever happens, Chud. I want something to. I want to vote for the Greens just so I can look at the nothing will ever happen Chud and laugh at him. But I mean, in the same breath, they will ruin the country even worse. So, as Claude from AFTV said, it's like going down the bin and picking out what smells nicest, isn't it? He wasn't actually talking about politics. I think he was talking about should we start Callum Chambers or Rob Holding at centre half. But you could definitely use that analogy. Voting don't make a difference. All party leaders are thingy puppets either way. Vote for who we got. Clowns and clownettes running the government. Vote for Andrew Tate Party. Holy based, holy based, holy based. But yeah, I mean, you should always vote, but just don't hard chill a party online, chat. Whatever you do, don't come to my comments, but oh, vote for this guy, vote for this guy, vote for this guy. It's like, none of them are that good. It's just what smells less shit. None of them smell nice. And the thing is, everyone's got like a default vote. Like most areas are always, to be fair, my area is always the same party runs it anyway. So the safety vote is just Tory. Tories probably just will win my area. So it's like, I'll probably just vote for them. Even though I don't really like them, I probably just will. It's one of them things. It's like they've been doing it for so long. Just let them do it, bro. Is it really going to get that much better if it changes? I do rate the Green Party in my area, though. I've got to say this. One thing about the Green Party in my area is I'll always have ratings for them. Always rate the Green Party. Chat, this is no word of a lie, yeah? No word of a lie. I know this is probably a coincidence, not actually what happened, yeah? This is no word of a fucking lie. There has been the biggest, worst pothole at the top of my road. The worst pothole there is. Like, it's like huge. Like, you have to drive around it properly. You can't even, like, sort of scoot past it. Like, the worst pothole. And it's been there for, like, what, 20 years. Like, my whole life it's been there. The Green Party geezer was, like, knocking on doors and that, saying, oh, what do you want to do with all this? He gave us a little sheet, a little bit of paper, and it was like, write down one thing that you want to improve about the area. And I just put, fill in the pothole at the top of the road. Give it back to him. No word, I promise you, may God strike me down if I'm lying. The next day, there was a fucking team of people filling in that hole. And by the day after that, it was filled. And that pothole was there for like 20 years. I swear to God, that's a true story. I don't know if it was a coincidence, but a guy knocked on my door, said, what do you want me to improve to get your vote? I said, fill in the pothole. Next day, it was filled. A 20-year-old pothole. Like, I'll always rate Green in my area just for that reason. I won't vote. Well, I might vote for the bloke, you know. He was quite a nice geezer as well, to be fair. So, you know what? I don't like Zach Polanski one bit, but that bloke is actually calm. I rate him. I rate that guy. Parties are useless. A country simply needs a real leader like El Salvador, and UK will stop reminding you of Middle East. Fucking hell. Holy based. So you're saying we basically need a dictator? I mean, that's the thing. You just need a good dictator. Everyone knows that. You need a good dictator. A dictator who's actually well-moraled. But every dictator says they're well-moraled until they become dictator and start killing people. Do you think DTI has a chance of being retapped for entry? I don't know, bro. Probably not, to be honest. It's quite a long way down. Who's jumping in on the re-entry? Who's waiting for 1 minute confirmation? Let me know. Socialist policies and regulations are creating monopolies and hurting small businesses. Yeah, facts. That's America for you, though. America's caused that. America's caused that. This is the shit thing about America. Like, America's such a cool country, but since we've been on sort of their meta, yeah, it's been cooked. Let's just be honest. But I wouldn't really say that's just socialist policies, bro, that's caused that. It's not just socialism that's causing these big businesses. Definitely not, in fact. More capitalism, let's just be honest. Triggered in on EU. Nice, bro. Where was your entry? 50%. I'm assuming your entry was 50%. Let me know if you're waiting for 1 minute confirmation, anyone, where we wait for price to get into here, and then we'll wait for a 1 minute IFEG, like this. Where we have a fair value gap like this. We have a fair value gap like that, and we wait for price to disrespect it, which confirms the order flow has flipped, and then we wait for price to retap and then move. As you can see, like this, close below it, so the trend is broken, want a retap and then entry. Just like that. So that's what you can wait for on the 1 minute here. Waiting for 1 minute. Fair play, bro. Well, look at my AI summary, bro. That is jokes. Debating the political landscape on which party is based. It's fucking jokes. Gotta get a screenshot of that. That is actually fucking hilarious. Socialist fight against capitalism is smokescreen. Well, bro, no, not gonna lie. You've just said socialist policies are creating monopolies. Do you not think that's a little bit more capitalism, or? What's your entry again, bro? It will be this 15-minute imbalance, bro. But you wait for a fair value gap on the 1 minute or an IFEG or market structure shift. 130 man in this live. Boys, do we have 50 likes yet? We don't have 50 likes. Alright, we got 43 likes. Someone like this.
It'll be the last fucking video you ever like. You hear me? 138 people in here. Yeah, and yes, this is a bit of an abrupt introduction to the live. But like the fucking stream now, or you'll fucking live to regret it, my son. I'll tell you that for free. I'll tell you that free of charge. So when I click refresh, I better see 50 likes. And if I don't, you'll be sleeping with the fucking fishes, the lot of you. Yeah, take that as a warning. Not a threat, a warning. It's past words. Alright? I'm going to refresh the live now and there better be 50 likes.
Let's see if the chat has any respect to my name. Oi, holy aura, 55 likes. Boom. W's in the chat. Yes, it's capitalism. They are that monster, what they claim to fight against. I don't really get what your point is, bro. Say again. Might enter now. Fair play, RV. I'd just set a limit, bro, and wait for that. I'll wait for your confirmations. Don't have it in might not, might. Just set what you're going to wait for, and then do that. If not, if you're going off pure vibes, you're going to get induced. Sorry, bro. Sorry we liked. My bad, Lou. Sorry, man. Holy aura, bruv. I got people actually apologising. It's calm, boys. It's calm. It's calm. 60. Holy aura. Holy aura. 63. Fucking hell, I'm like the Godfather, bruv. I'm like the Godfather. Hang on. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Holy aura. Yeah, that's a 30 prop. That's staying right there. We like to have fun here. What? Oh yeah, that was it. Scarface. Wow. Holy film. Okay, Andrew Tate. No, I'm not Scarface, bro. I'm fucking the Godfather, bro. Godfather would beat Scarface in a fight. Not in a fight, but would beat him, I think. Right, we've got a clear high here now, so we can wait for a market structure shift. See if we get that, and we can get triggered into an entry, hopefully. Let's check the DXY as well. Okay, nice. The DXY's filled it as well, and has also got a low. So let's wait for a break of this. Let's wait for a break as the trigger. See if we get a break. What pair is this? EU, bro. So again, we're going to be looking for this right here. Market structure shift on the 1 to 5 minute. We want to wait for the shift. Wait for the shift. Then wait for price to pull back into a POI. And then get into the trade. We want a market structure shift. Pull back to a POI. And then we're going to get in. So we basically want price to break this high. Pull back to like a 1 minute fair value gap or something. And then we'll look to get in there. Stop loss on this low or on this low depending. And then we'll put the TP wherever it needs to be. Let's hope we can get these re-entries though. It'll be nice. We have been waiting a while for this level to be hit. So hopefully we can get the reaction, chat. Shave your head for extra aura. Yeah, that's true. I should probably do that. Send a PDF on Discord, Louis. Alright, bro. Make us an offer we can't refuse. Alright, he's jokes. He's jokes. Imagine how strong the Italian mob would if they knew how to trade Forex. Bro, imagine, bro, they'd just be chilling outside Wall Street. Imagine they actually, like, catted off Wall Street. You know the same way they cut off certain areas? Imagine they was actually in Wall Street, like, with their antics, bro. It'd be insane. He's going for the other 15-minute FVG. Yeah, we'll see if it wants to. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for these 1 minute reactions. So if it does want to come down to here, then we'll be waiting for the exact same thing, boys. Just on the 1 minute. But let's see if we can get it at this level first. If we can just get that quick continuation. Does it clap? Yes. Sounds like thunder. Caveman, you need to be put on some type of watch list. You don't get as much stick as you deserve. You do not get off as much hate as you deserve. Got 6 minutes left to the close, so if we close below, it'll be a very telltale sign. So we either wait for a market structure shift in in however long it takes, or after 6 minutes, we might get a close below and it's invalidated. So this next 6 minutes, boys, we should be able to see if we're going to get an entry or if we're not going to trade this market right now. And if we're going to wait for a lower entry down here. So this next 5 minutes is going to be very important, chat. So everyone lock in right now. What are your rules when you enter without confirmation on the 1 minute compared to setting a limit? Well, normally, bro, I enter off the DTO, so I don't really need that confirmation because it's just simply my strategy. But this is one where we actually haven't tapped it. We haven't got an ALG, and we haven't really got the DTO either. So this is just following along price action without using our key levels, which is why I'm more looking for that extra confirmation because it's not coming off one of our key levels, being the DTO or the Asia low for this example. Dancing. 'Not really many buyers stepping in right now, chat. Not many buyers stepping in, as you can see. Volume's low as a motherfucker. Dancing. Five minutes left. Do you play TJL levels? No, what's that, bro? TJL levels. What on earth is that? What is that, bro? Full port, full port your live, it might make it move up. Imagine. Or you play supply, demand and supply. Neither of those, bro. Don't really trade supply and demand or TJL levels. I'm not really too sure what either of those are. We trade ALG strat and DTO strat. A few buyers stepping in. Start me crying. Problems. Do have this breaker block here as well. Not something I'm massively taking into account, but still nice to have. So hopefully we can get a decent move. SMC concept. It's like demand and supply, but different. It gets good. What is it, bro? Explain, bro. Could see you coming to the unfilled 50-minute FEG before high. Yeah, definitely could do, bro. That's why we're waiting for that 1 minute, man. We want that confirmation. We want that nice confirmation. Whether we move from this fair value gap or this fair value gap, it doesn't matter. We're waiting for the same confirmation for either one. If it comes through, it comes through. If not, then we don't get into the trade. Just one of those, boys. If it flies and we miss it, it is what it is. But we're waiting for either a market structure shift here or a market structure shift here. Might as well drag it across for the vibes. Two minutes left. Yeah, if we close below, boys, then I probably will not be entering off this level. 2 minutes left, chat. Very important last 2 minutes to see if this level is likely to hold or not. If we close below, it's probably not going to hold, and we're going to have to direct our entries to a little bit lower, this fair value gap here. If it does hold, then we may get the change of character. We might get an entry. We've got to wait and see right now, chat. $15-minute candles starting to flip. We've got a minute left. By the way, this music video is fucking hard, bro. Look what I'm just... Morning, Lou. Can you go over why you're bullish on EU? Yeah, no worries, bro. Give me 2 seconds. Let's wait for this 15-minute candle to close and we can go over why I'm bullish. Actually, fuck, we might as well do it now. So essentially, bro, what we saw was a very, very heavy sell-off over last week. Starting really Tuesday, big sell-off. Then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. Every day had a pretty huge sell-off, right? And what that means is that a lot of this market had big sells to produce, but a lot of people probably missed it. So loads of sells coming through. Now, retail traders probably missed all of these sells throughout the week. All of these sells. So now when the market opens and they see a clear downtrend, they're thinking, right, when the market opens on Monday, I'm getting into these shorts. I'm not missing them again. So the market will open. They'll try a short from this level, get cooked. Then they'll try a short from this level, get cooked. And what you see is price will just return higher, higher, higher until all of these retail traders have been stopped out or have lost all their money. And then, only then, will we eventually get that nice sell-off. And we tend to see that quite a lot when Friday closes, like literally at the low of the week. All right, we've got that 15-minute close now. It wasn't bad for the buyers. to your problems. Look at the 1 minute order flow. Waiting for 50-minute IFG. What for? Oh, for the sell. Hey bro, sorry it's late. What we saying? I'm looking at buyers personally, waiting for a market structure shift on EU right now. See if we can push higher and get that MSS. If not, no worries. Is what it is, chat. Markets was positioned long and now they are closing their longs. Fair play. Yeah, you've had that bias for a while, to be fair, digital content. Which is fair enough, bro. Now, for the buy, I need that extra confirmation. Don't like this range too much. Yeah, fairs. Fairs. Do you enter? Only entering if we get that market structure shift, bro. Then I'll look to get in. If we get that market structure shift, then I'll be looking to get in. But we just need to wait for that confirmation first. We've inverted this, so we're not really seeing 1 minute give us too much. Bank of Japan intervention is still a mystery to me. They gave that new intervention level at 158 and looks like they've just given up. But this is what I'm saying. It's not going to work. Like, what they're doing is not going to... You can't just flog a dead horse. You can't just pump money into something and expect it to go higher. Like, I really don't think... I really don't think that this is going to recover. I think we're just going to continue down. Like you said, bro, whenever we intervene, the market knows what's going on. We're just going to sell off until the intervention comes again. We'll pump up and then we'll just sell off. It's not going to work. I don't think it'll work. So it'll be really interesting to see what actually happens. This is that high that we will need to be broken. It is also the high of the last 15-minute candle. Dodgy 15-minute candle, yeah, trust. As your buy a switch or are you trading up to a sell position? Yeah, I'll be trading up really for a sell later on in the week, bro. Chat, who's jumped in and who's waiting for confirmation or who's leaving this market alone? Let me know. Just so pissed off I got stopped. Unlucky, bro. You can't be pissed off, bro. So this is what I used to have a rule about trading. If you take a loss, you can be pissed off about it for 15 minutes. You take a loss, the next 15 minutes you're pissed off at yourself. You call yourself every name under the sun. You slate the market. It's not your fault. You blame everything. You blame him. You blame her. You blame your missus. You blame everything. You're fuming. You're angry. That's it. 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes, you're not allowed to be angry. You're not allowed to be angry. You have to be purely productive. That's it. And that's what I would typically do, bro. So give yourself that time to let it out. Be angry. But after 15 minutes is gone, you forget about the anger. And it's purely, how can I improve? Where did I go wrong? What could I do better? Purely growth mindset. Look at IFEG in a 1 min. We've got 5 minute fair value gap inverse. So we should start moving up. Nice. I'm in. Wednesday sells after pound CPI easy week. Fair play. I entered off to 15% of the 15 minute FEG. I'm happy if we hit a sell. Fair play. Yeah, a lot of people are looking, well, they have got in already. Apparently we've had a 5 minute, yeah, we have had a 5 minute inversion and retest, to be fair. I didn't actually notice that, but we have. The only thing is this chart's getting a little bit messy for my liking. So I'm just going to get rid of this fair value gap. And mark out this order block just so it's a flat line. It's a bit easier for us to see. So now when we go down, we can see this is price coming into our order block. And yeah, we do have that 5 minute IFEG break and retest. Yeah, this is the break and retest right here. So see if we can break that and then take external, then that'll show the 1 minute order flow plan in our favour. We need to take this higher though, and then we should be good for a market structure shift. In a sell from 51, fair play, bro. Looks like we're going against each other. Market needs to retrace, but it's not looking nice in my opinion. Sitting out, fair enough, bro. Hey bud, first time here. What indicators strategy do you trade? So I trade the ALG strategy and the DTO strategy. So I have the ALG is a reversal strategy. DTO is a continuation strategy. So ALG reversals or DTO continuations. Now what we do is we have a daily bias on the higher time frame, and then we look for what we're going for. So if it's buyers, we only look for ALG buyers, which is when we take the Asia low and buy, or DTO buyers, which is when we distribute away from the DTO, return, and then get buyers. Vice versa, if we're looking at sells on a higher time frame, then I'll be looking at ALG sells, taking the Asia high and then selling, or DTO buyers and we run away from the DTO, return, and then sell here. Right, it all goes off the higher time frame first and foremost. What time is DTO? 5 AM, bro. I trade ITT. Mostly these concepts in the MSS IFG use equilibrium for refinement. Fair play, bro. I wouldn't recommend. Oh, fair play. Why not, bro? What are you looking for? I'm going to sell from 4545 and got wholly edged on my 100 pip TP. Oh, imagine it reverses on you now, Slick. Oh, I mean, if you got stopped now, it's because you don't put stop loss on safe place like swing low. Fairs. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people in the chat enterprise. DTO's a daily true open, bro. Are you in this retap, Lou? I'm looking for a market structure shift first, bro. What are Asian sessions timing as per EST? 1 AM to 7 AM, brother. Holding good, yeah. No worries, Primus. Whereabouts you from, bro? Obviously, we are in this really nice long from the signal group earlier this morning anyway, so either way, we're doing very nicely this morning. What Prem team you go for? I support Arsenal, bro. Are you in from the DTO trade earlier? So yeah, it wasn't really a DTO trade. It was just a trade we had in the signals group that one of our signal traders sent in. So yeah, it was a really nice entry. It was about 7:05 we got in. Clear indication was going higher. Jumped in. So yeah, lovely. Italy, fair play, brother. Just made me look out the window and see that I'm not in fact in Italy. Was it G-Lo? It was EU, bro. This is EU right now you're looking at, brother. Let's just see the Drake. Oh my god, this is perfect. Let's listen to the new Drake album and we can harness the Drake candle. If you don't know what a Drake candle is, this is a Diddy candle. So if you're new to trading, this is terminology you need to know if you want to fit in around here. So this is a Drake, this is a Diddy candle. That's a Diddy candle. And this is a Drake candle. This is a Drake candle. This is a Diddy candle, alright? Terminology you need to know. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to play the new Drake album and we're going to harness a... Was it? Oh no, it was EU, bro. We're going to listen to the Drake album and harness a Drake candle. Alright, let's have a look at this album then. How can I find it? What one is it called? SLM Micro Videos. This ain't it. Am I really gonna have to open Spotify to listen to this fucking guy's album? In my system. Drake. Iceman. This is the album, right? Alright, let's see what it's got to say, boys. We're going to harness this Drake candle. Let me give my honest reviews on this.
I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they're not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents, they look at me and see an overcomer. I'm looking back at them and these days I see an older couple. I see my only uncle looking like this shit that I ain't owning up to. And if he said the way he really felt, I'll probably see his side because I'm old enough to.
Right, that's the 5-minute inversion, retap, and then break. So yeah, we should break this high now. Bro, Drake's just levels. Even in his songs that aren't that good, he's still like so much better than every other rapper. Is there any cool features on this? 21 Savage song. Let's listen to this one. I rate 21 Savage. He's an Arsenal fan as well. Why is there like no intros to any of these songs though, bro? Like, do you want to chill out for 2 seconds? You're gonna buy, yeah, bro. You still doing signals, yeah, bro. This trade here was sent into the signals. Let's hope we can juice the life out of EU longs right now. What's your win rate? About 55%, bro. Minus 100 pips after Drake says, oh my god. Drake rocks, Toronto hometown boy. Yeah, mate. Drake's so cold, man. People hate on Drake all the time. People always gonna hate on the GOAT though, innit? When you're at that level, everyone hating. Arsenal are bottle jobs. Cope harder, bro. Cope harder, brother. Oh, I love it. I love it. Lou, would you say you're an opportunistic trader? Lou, would you say you're an opportunistic trader? Take every setup that meet your plan, or a trade that bang 3 to 5 hours at the start of the week and then might look again. Yeah, I think every good trade is opportunistic, bro. You got to have a strategy. You got to have certain things that get you into trades, and if the opportunity arises, you take it. Obviously, if I'm up like crazily, or not crazily, but if I'm up 5R, then yeah, I'll be more opportunistic because I've actually got more trades to take. For example, right? Say we win this one here for let's just say this one here, right? 11%. Say this one it's full TP, right? It's about 12%. Let's call it 11. 11%, right? Now, if I'm up 11%, then what I'm not going to do is risk losing it all. But I will play with my profit. So I'll give myself a level. I'll probably say 8% is my minimum. And then I'll make sure I have 3 trades. And I'm allowing myself 3 losses in a row. If I get down to 8%, then I'm no longer taking any trades. So I'm opportunistic, yes. But I obviously have rules and limits that are set by. Because if you're purely opportunistic, then you're going to get cooked. You're going to get beaten around. Why are you looking for longs on the mid time frame when we are trending lower on the higher time frame? Question. For that exact reason, bro. All the retail traders would have missed out on these shorts earlier in the week, which we actually took advantage of, mainly on Thursday. But yeah, a lot of retail traders would have missed these sells, missed these sells, missed these sells, missed these sells, missed these sells. So when the new week opens, they're just catting to get into a trade. They really want to get into these sells. They're thinking, right, I missed all these sells. I'm not missing these next sells. I'm not missing these no matter what. So when it comes in, they're really, really heavy on just spamming sell positions, trying to capitalise. This market's never that simple, and then they get cooked. Price rallies higher, higher, and then midweek, when we've manipulated or we've accumulated and manipulated all the retail traders, then we'll get the sell-off. It's the too eager traders that have got FOMO from last week that are going to be spamming shorts here and they're going to lose, in my opinion. Yo, what's the best song on this album? Someone tell me the best song on this album. Yo, Lou, with the signals, is it not just you and mates that provide signals? No, we've got 2 other traders, bro. So this 11 to 1 was sent in by one of our other traders who's a fucking insane trader. And he trades a lot of the days when me and mates don't, so it's even better. But yeah, you're not in that group, bro. Signals is a different group to the mentorship. We do have both available. Right, chat, I'm going to stay on live for another 15 minutes, then I'm going to jump off. So I do have the post-London stream to do at 12. I ain't fucking with this album that much, I'll be honest. Still waiting on the market structure shift. Momentum's pretty gash right now. We have had the change of character on the dollar though, interestingly. Not a massively conclusive one, but we have had the break below that level. Obviously GU's a lot weaker right now, as we can see. Overall. I mean, looking at the 4-hour candle as well, pretty much right at the bottom of it now as well, so. Oh. If you look at the actual 4-hour candle, this is pretty much the low of this current 4-hour, so we're definitely nice and discounted. Trying to get that break, man. Being nice and patient right now, boys. I'm in the same trade. Nice, bro. I know what you're saying, Peugeot. Where would you go, BE? I don't go break even, bro. You're trading with retail right now, though, if you're trading with the short-term trend. You can think that, bro. Again, I think the opposite. As I said, I've been this move higher as inducement. If you think so, brother. If you think so, that's absolutely fine. I've been a full-time trader for about 3-4 years now, so I do know pretty well what's going on in this market majority of the time. We've seen this market over and over again. Prime example would be mid-March, if you guys recollect. If you go back to this time at mid-March, see what we had was big sell-off. This was about a 200 pip sell-off. Yeah, 250 pip sell-off. And the market closed here, right? So this is where the market opened for the next week. And what is everyone doing here? They've seen this big sell-off and they're thinking, right, let me get on the continuation of this. I missed all these sells. Let me make sure I don't miss it this time. I'm definitely going to get onto these sells. I'm definitely going to get onto these sells. And then what happens? Price trades higher and higher. Next day, higher again. People trying to catch sells again right now. They're ready for sells. What happens? Induced and the market goes higher. Market goes higher. Market goes higher. So on and so forth. Until obviously we eventually get the sell-off continue here. But it's just something we see quite a bit. I'm still waiting for confirmation on this entry anyway, so nothing really going on right now, but would want to see these longs. Okay, looks like we are going to make another low. If we do make another low, then we are now going to have to wait for this in order to get into an entry. So I'm going to mark this out now. Again, Jay, just staying patient. We're not going to go in too early. $3 for me as well, bro. Nice, man. Love to hear that, bro. Make sure you get in the Discord, bro. It's one of the biggest communities of actual traders in the UK. People that are actually trading, not just fucking, yeah, boy, gold melt. Okay, I think gold's melting, apparently. Fucking hell. Bro saw that one little candle and thought, yeah. Bro, play Drake Teenage Fever. This album's dead. Thought that's his new album that he brought out, though, no? Lou, you ain't real. Honestly speaking, that album's trash. I only heard a few songs. It's just not the best, innit? Like, I just don't really rate it like that. This sell-off is different. Let's see if I'm right. Bro, you always dropping them fucking YouTube-made emojis. They look so goofy, bro. Are you probably going to take London highs? Yeah, we'll see, bro. Again, yeah, we have broke that low, so we've got a new high now to wait for in order for a market structure shift. Again, we're waiting for something like this. Need the 1 minute to break, obviously to the opposite direction. We need it to break to the downside. We need it to break with the market structure shift, then pull back. So what we need is obviously, this is where we are now. We need price to actually break this high, because currently we're obviously in a downtrend on the 1 minute. So this is basically where we're at now. This is pretty much what price is looking at. So we need price to go like this, break this high, and then we can look for our buy limit, some type of POI within this, enter off of that, stop loss on the low, TP at the high, and we can see this move like this, bomb, bomb. Until that happens, boys, we're going to stay nice and patient and just not get in yet. I've got in gold buyers at 490. Either break even or big profit. Nice, bro. Yeah, I don't really go break even like that, but fair play if you do. On gold, I can defo see why you'd want to do that, to be fair. Lou, I understand your psychology behind this long setup on EU, but how do you know that this is not just a pullback then an expansion lower? And how do you, just from experience, bro, like typically we do induce sellers for a while. Like we make sellers get in, and it'll be midweek when we move. Normally when we have a news event. We've got pound CPI, so it might be that. FOMC meeting minutes, which won't be massively significant. So there's always going to be a catalyst, but normally this is just how we move, bro. But again, I could be wrong. That's why I'm waiting for my market structure shift as that extra confirmation. If I'm wrong, bro. Stop loss below the 1 minute low, for it's below. You can do either, bro. We're inducing buyers right now, though. That's the objective of price. Fair play. Fair play, bro. $150 in this YouTube live right now, boys. I'm off in 5 minutes, though, man. I've got to jump on my post-London stream. We will be running the live back at 1 PM. 1 PM, the live's going to be run back, boys. We're going to be running it back. I'm going to jump off at 11:45, and we're going to be back on at 1 PM. So everyone, make sure you subscribe and notifications on so you know when I jump back on live, boys. Make sure you drop a like on the stream as well. You take any trades last week? Literally just this one, bro. This sell. We've been looking at sales for weeks now. And yesterday was obviously the start of that nice, lovely fucking fall. Not really many entries to be had on Tuesday or Wednesday. But Thursday we had that nice 4-hour CRT high taken. We also had the ALG, where price took out the Asia high. Gave us a sell. And then price came back and tapped our DTO for a sell. So both of our strategies for sells both came through that day, which is why we did so well. So you can see we got the Asia high being swept, and then we sell. So here you can see Asia high here was swept, and then we sell. And the other way is price distribute away from the DTO, return back, sell, like that. And you can see the DTO here. You can see price distributed away from the DTO, return back, and then that was our sell that I actually got in. The XY is given rejection. It is given rejection. Be interesting to see how this 15-minute closes as well. What about GU? GU just not as clean as EU right now, in my opinion, bro. So I'm more putting my attention towards EU. My TP is where your SL is. Fair play, bro. Okay, now your name's hard to kill as well. Holy stereotype. Fair play, brother. May the best man win. We're still really waiting for confirmation anyway, but yeah. Hopefully, well, I'd still want it to go higher. Three minutes left. Check Aymar. I haven't checked Aymar in a minute. Fuck. Let's mark out our key levels on here. Can you not just have... Wow, that's actually the default. That is actually AIDS as well, bro. I'm looking to buy Aymar though, chat. I've been looking to buy it for a while, but we obviously had this huge crash. You know what Aymar is? Basically a Dubai real estate company. The biggest one in Dubai. It's down like 42% from all-time highs because of the war in Iran. As soon as that subsides, I think we're going to be absolutely tearing to the upside. Let's wait to see if we get this close above the fair value, boys. Some nice GJ shorts for New York. Again, I just don't really like JPY pairs, boys, with this intervention. It's such a risk. And all the price action is just not really... Right, that's a GTA petrol station. Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at it. If we have an hourly IFVG, then yeah, I mean, you've got to assume that we are going to be short. But it's just going to be massively, massively, massively dependent on the yen basket intervention, what happens in terms of that. Alright, chat. Yeah, I'm going to jump off now. It is 45, so I've got 15 minutes till the post-London stream is on. We've still got like 130 man in here. So W everyone in the live. As I said, I'm going to be rerunning the live, boys. We are going to be rerunning the live at 1 PM. So everyone make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. We're going to be back at 8. Make sure you're in the Discord as well. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just get ready and then jump on my post-London stream, which is the stream I do for my members, where I jump on and go over what my bias was for today, any trades that we had, any trades that you could have had, and basically just a review of everything. So I'm going to jump off now, chat. I appreciate all you, man, tuning in. Everyone drop dubs in the chat right now for the stream. You, man, absolutely fucking showed up on Monday. A lot of the time, people don't bother showing up on Monday. And you, man, did, which I rate that heavily. So, yeah, appreciate all you, man, tuning in, boys. We're going to be locked in this week. We are going to catch some beauties this week, man. Last week was a lovely week. This week's going to be even better, man. We're going to catch some absolute beautiful trades. So yeah, let's just wait for that. But yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in, boys. And I will catch you in the next live, people. Sweet, boys. W's in the chat, boys. Appreciate all you, man, tuning in. As I said, I will catch you, man, in the next live, people. Big up to everyone in the community, boys. We'll be back live at 1 p.m, so make sure you're here at 1 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Discord link is in bio as well. Link in my channel bio. If you go over to my YouTube channel, I won't get you. You go on here. You can either go on my link tree or just click on my Discord right there, boys. Or you can go on my link tree right here. Join my community or look at my mentorship on school. It's my prop firm discount. This is my Instagram. This is obviously my YouTube. So, boys, just go on my links here. Make sure you're getting in the Discord community. Other than that, boys, appreciate all you, man, tuning in. Appreciate all the dubs in the chat, boys. Best comm in the fucking game. Rate all of you. Love and respect to everyone in this chat right now. We're live every single day at 9 a.m. or 8 to 9 a.m. till 12. And then 1 p.m. till whenever the session's done. Appreciate you, man, all tuning in, boys. And I'll catch you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys.